Surprise, surprise, both of you. Now, Lorette contacted the show because you wanted to do something special for your mum, didn't you? Yes. And this is a story that starts in Colombia, in South America, doesn't it?
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
Okay, I went over to Colombia for my third year of teaching and met a wonderful man and fell in love and then ended up pregnant. So I came back to England to the support of my mum and my dad, who were wonderful, amazing. And I had a little girl who's the most amazing little girl in the whole world. She's brilliant. And anyway.
I'm going to give you this right away. It's all right.
Oh. Anyway, while I came back to England to have my little girl, her father was killed. So we came and we stayed in England because I had the support of my family there. Anyway, my mum, she turned around at the beginning of this year and she said, "Why don't you go to Colombia? I know I've saved some money, but why don't you go to Colombia so Ellie's grandmother can meet her and so that she can go to her father's grave?" So the money that my mum saved, she let me have so that I could go to Colombia and meet Abuela and see his grave.
And Sheila, you knew how important this was for your daughter to make this trip with your
granddaughter.
Well,
I felt it was very important, and also out in Colombia there was a lady who'd had her son murdered, and she'd got a little granddaughter that was obviously the only remnant she had of her son. Yeah. And Ellie has got Abuela that now she speaks to on the telephone in very wobbly Spanish. She knows what they look like, and most important of all, she's had a cuddle. And if you're a grandma, having a cuddle with a granddaughter or a grandson is really, really precious. And I wanted my granddaughter to have that.
In order to send your daughter and your granddaughter out to South America, you had to give her the money, and you'd been saving this money for something for yourself, actually. What had you been saving the money for?
She'd been saving the money to go and see a pen friend in America.
A pen pal?
Well, I've been trying to save to see a pen friend in America, but it's my pen friend, and when you're a mum and a grandma, you do things for your family, so I just think family is the most important thing in the world. So I love my family, and I'm very happy with everything that I've done, and I don't have any regrets, but there are still certain things I would have loved to have been able to do, yes.
So this pen pal, when did you start writing to her?
She's called Annette, and when I was in the Girl Guides and 13 years of age, I wrote to the postbox secretary and asked if I could have a pen friend in the United States of America, because I worked out if I wrote there, I wouldn't have to write in a foreign language like we had to do with all pen friends. We just seem to hit it off. Her handwriting's not perfect either. These days we email and everything, but she had 2 children. One of them's connected with South America. She's worked a bit in the library, and I've done a bit in school libraries too. And she just thinks the same way as me, so that's... Well, it's been 53 years of writing to her, which is really nice. But I've got family here, and that's what counts.
So you really did sort of spookily follow the same path, but you were on opposite sides of the world.
Yes. She doesn't look a bit like me. I've seen the odd photograph and so on, but we feel and think the same way, and if you write to somebody for 53 odd years, something like that, then you get to know somebody.
How many times have you met?
We never met each other.
You've never met her?
No.
And yet this lady has been a lifeline at the end of a letter for you for over 50 years.
Oh, she's lovely. She's got a smashing sense of humour. But so much the same. It's just the fact that we think the same and we can write to each other. And when we did pick up the phone one day, it was just have Skyped people from time to time. I didn't want to Skype her and never see her. So I kept it as a pen pal.
Because it was just easier.
Well, she started off as a pen pal, and she is a pen pal. She's got a husband who sounds really nice. I've got a list of all her old boyfriends as well. She's nice.
Well, Annette has sent, surprise, surprise, a letter. And actually, I've got it here. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd quite like you to read that out loud for
It's
everybody.
her handwriting. Dear Sheila, you and I have been pen pals for over 50 years, even though we've never met. You are my nearest and dearest friend. We've shared a lot together. Your letters have meant so much to me. I have never been to the UK before, but tonight I'm here. Where? Where is she?
Sheila, that is right. You have been waiting and writing to one another for 50 years. She's here. Bring her in now, all the way from Illinois, USA. In the flesh of the woman that you have been writing to for over 50 years for both of you.
For me, it's just spectacular and wonderful, and like pinches. It's real.
Wow.
What do you think of the UK? You've never left America before.
Never. This is our first trip, my first trip out of the country. Yes.
Now that you've met, what would you like to say to one another?
I love you.
You hoped and imagined that it would be.
And she's coming to my house tomorrow.
She certainly is, and we won't stand in your way anymore. Please give it up for our best friends, Sheila Keeney and Annette Schultz.